Good evening, Facebook world. Hello, hello. I'll wait a minute or so before some of you to join the line. Where are you all tonight? Hello there. Do me a favour and as you join the line, let me know you're here. Hello there, Marianne. First again, I'm sure you're just there waiting every week. It's very awesome. All right, hello there. Hi there, Di. Hello there, Kate. Hello. Good to see you all. Excellent. Now listen, tonight will not be a long one. Stay tuned. It's a very important one for you as a parent. Tonight isn't, your children will be huge beneficiaries of what I share tonight. But in order for them to be beneficiaries, you first as the parent have to benefit. I cannot wait to share this message. If there's any message, embedded as deep in my spirit, it's this one. So I do like to touch on this every couple of months. I want to come back to this message. Now, I'm going to get started with the message. Hello there, Ms. Bregren. I'm going to get started with the message, and then at the end of this, I'll quickly just touch on a few more of the announcements for those of you who gave me tremendous support and made me feel so loved last week when I launched my new brand. Thank you from the depth of my soul. I mean that as much as anyone could mean anything. Thank you for everything, for your support on my journey, for the faith you have in me, for the belief you have in me, and for the way that you've supported me and for how excited you all got over the launch of the Holly Effect. Now, let's get into this message. This is a strong message from me tonight. Here's what that is. I want to ask you as a parent, I don't care how old you are, and I don't care if your kids have grown up and left home. This message still applies to you. I want you to be able to reflect on yourself tonight and ask yourself, what dreams have I stopped chasing or have I let go of since I've had my children? And I want you to stand back in your power and claim those dreams back, because you know what happened? See, I believe that we need to stop loving our children so much and start leading them, because in the name of love, too many of us give up on our own dreams. We give up on our own life path. Oh, but I'm busy now. Oh, but I'm a mum now. Or since I've had kids, I don't have time. Or the kids have to come first and I have to... BS. The kids don't have to come first. Do you know how you put them first? By putting yourself first. Because if you want to teach your child how to chase their dreams, if you want them to know that their life has meaning, that there is purpose in their life, the purpose of something is the original intent for which it was created. And we can be used for different reasons. For example, let me give you an analogy on this. You can have a table, right? And the purpose of a table, the original intent for why a table is created, is to be able to have people sit around it and to put dinner plates on it and essentially be able to eat from, okay? Then the purpose of a chair is to be able to sit on. Now here's the thing. You can use the table as a chair if you want to. You can sit on the table. It probably will hold your weight. And you can use a chair as a table if you want to. You could sit down on the floor and put your dinner up on the chair. And if you wanted to, you could use the chair as a table. You could put it beside your armchair and use it as a little coffee table. You can be used for another purpose. But the table will never be as good at being a chair as it is at being a table. The chair will never be as good at being a table as it is at being a chair. The best thing a chair can do is just be a chair. The best thing a table can do is be a table. And the best thing you can do is what you came here for, not be a parent. You see, your purpose in this earth is not to be a parent. That is not why you're here. How do I know that? Because if you never had kids, or until you did have kids, there was still a reason you're here. And if you never would have had children, there is still a purpose for you being here. So you've got this life purpose. It's like you're the table acting like the chair, and you can be a pretty good chair, but you're not ever going to be as good at being a chair as you are at being a table. Parents, this message is for you. There is a purpose on your life that is beyond being a parent. please don't just be a parent. Please go and get your passions back. Listen, the kids don't need you at home as much as they need you to be their hero. We just lost a whole generation to drugs, to crime, to depression, to anxiety. And I believe that the reason that we lost that generation to those diseases is because these children are going out looking for a hero. They need somewhere they feel they belong. They need someone they can look up to. And too many children have to go out the front door in order to try and find their hero. But I believe our children need to be able to find their hero without looking past the front door. And the best way you teach them to go chase their dreams is to let them see you chase yours. If you give everything up to support their dreams, guess what they're going to learn? To give everything up to support their children's dreams. You're going to have children that do what you did. So please do the world a favor. We can't just use our words to tell our children that there's purpose on their life. They need an example. They do not need you at home. Mothers, fathers, please listen. Your child doesn't need you at home. They don't even need you tucking them into bed every single night. That's not what they need. They need a hero that they can look up to without looking past the front door. They need a belief system instilled in the depth of their soul that says, I have permission to honor myself. I have a purpose that goes beyond the responsibility of being a parent. I did not come here to just be your parent and to just love you. And it is not my responsibility as your parent to just love you. It is my responsibility to lead you, to be an example for you. The word lead it's not a noun. It's a verb. It's a doing word. It means I do something. To lead means to go first, so that your children can stand back and watch you, and the values that they adopt, and the character that they start displaying, and the belief system that they start operating from is not the belief system they were told by the parent, but the belief system that was installed on them by example. You don't change the world with your opinion. You change the world by your example. And we need our kids to know that. We don't want to lose this generation to giving up their life calling, to not even believe they're worth anything anymore, to not even know what their dreams are when they get asked. It hurts me. I had some parents that I spoke to this week, multiple of them. And I said, what outside of your kids, what are your goals? And it breaks my heart. I get emotional. I get angry. I hate it. It grieves me that you pause when I ask you that question. Outside of your kids, what do you want to do with your life? What are your passions? What do you love? And I hate that parents even pause before they answer that. Because you see, now here's the truth. We give all that up in the name of love, but it is not love. You are not, and I'm going to call you out on this, you are not loving your children by doing that at all. Because if you love somebody, then it is of your highest interest. The thing that is of your highest interest is whatever is for their higher good. And so you see, we do it in the now, but I love my children. No, that is not true. You aren't doing those things because you love them. That is not true. If you love them, you'd allow them to grow. You'd allow them to experience things, because that's what love is. Love is, I will not judge you. I will make it safe for you to travel your journey. But in the name of love, because we get honored for it, and it's ridiculous, and I believe this needs to stop in the whole world. In the name of love. But it's not why you do what you do. You do what you do for you, 100%, like unequivocally selfishly. We all do things for ourselves. You help your child out, not because you love them, because if you don't help them out, you then feel guilty, and you don't like feeling that guilt. So in order for you to not have to feel the emotion that you don't like feeling, you just help them, so that then you don't have to feel the emotion that you don't want to feel, and you pretend that you did it for them. But you never did it for them. You did it for you. Because if you're doing it for them, if you're doing it out of love for them, you'll do anything that supports and advances their journey. And in order to advance on their own journey, they need growth. They don't need you to help them through it. They just need you to love them through it. They need you to be the example. They need to get inspired by watching you, not finding their heroes in storybooks and movies and somewhere outside of the home or somewhere outside of life. They need to be able to look right within the walls of the home that they live in and find the hero and find the person that is the example, not the professor. Not someone who professes all of this stuff, but someone who is an example of all of this, so that by default your child goes, I've got permission to do that. Even when I have kids, I can still do what I want. I can still have dreams outside of my children. I don't have to be there to tuck them in bed every night. Yes, I want you to know you're loved. But if you need me to tuck you into bed every single night in order to know you're loved, then I'm not doing a good enough job at letting you know you're loved. Because if you don't feel good enough or loved, unless I'm there tucking you in, then I am not doing a good enough job as a parent for you to feel loved. Because you are loved for so much more. Whether I tuck you into bed or not, you are loved. And you need to know that. And I want you to know that the reason you're not getting tucked into bed tonight is because mummy's out there chasing her dreams. Because mummy's got goals that are above and beyond you guys. Because I want to be an example of what I want you to be able to give yourself permission to do with your life. So this message tonight is for the children, but it's for you as parents. Please, for the benefit of humanity, we are raising a generation of conscious people that need us to be a hero. They do not need us at home. They need to know they are loved. Yes, they need some of our time, because that's how children spell love, Time. But they don't need your time. What they need is your attention. And I'm going to do something next week on this. Actually, do you know what? I might, just stay tuned. I'm going to see what my spirit tells me to do. Maybe this coming Thursday night when I do spiritual expansion, I'm going to talk about work and life balance, and how do you get to a point where you are fulfilled in all of your relationships, in all areas of your life, without it being to the detriment of another area. How do you be a good enough mum and a good enough wife and a good enough father and a good enough friend and a good enough employee or in your career, without it being to the expense of something else that is important in your life. Okay, you can have it all. You do not have to choose between one or the other. So the message tonight is this: parents, this week I want you to focus on leading your children, not loving them. Because you know what we're doing, some of us? We are literally loving them to death. Meaning we are killing who they are. We are killing their spirit. We are killing the lessons that the universe is trying to send to them for the growth that they need, for where they're at on their journey. We are killing all of that in the name of loving them. Oh, but I don't want to see my child hurt. I love her. I love him. No, you don't. If you won't allow them to experience and to grow, then that is not love. That's manipulation. That's you just trying to get what you need and trying to avoid the emotions that you don't want to feel. But that you feel too guilty to admit to yourself, because you've been taught that being selfish is selfish and that being selfish is a bad thing. But in fact, if the only thing you did was get a little bit more selfish, not to the detriment of others, but to the benefit of yourself, with the intentions to benefit yourself, not with the intention to hurt someone else. Okay, it's all about intention. But you go ahead and you go be selfish with the intention of it being to the benefit of yourself. And that will be, being selfish in that way will be the most selfless thing you ever do. What you are able to give to your children, what the love, the understanding. You see, you cannot help them on their life journey if you haven't even traveled yours. You can't make sense of the lessons they're getting in their life if you haven't been given those lessons yourself, or if you haven't gone through those. You don't even know what they're going through, because you haven't allowed yourself, you haven't honored your own journey enough to know, oh no, I see what's happening here. Yeah, you're going through so what you do is you're trying to stop all their pain, which just stops their growth, which just interferes with their journey. So that is my message for tonight, okay? I'm going to stop that there. My battery's nearly going flat, so there's a sign from the universe that we're done for tonight. And I'm going to continue this message, and I'm just so passionate about it this week. There's been quite a few things happen, and I'm like, wow, I've got to get this message out there. Parents, please do your children a favor, do the world a favor. Go and claim back your dreams. Go and even find what they are again. Go and do something you're passionate about, and leave the kids at home and don't even care about them. It's okay. They need some lessons, and sometimes those lessons are in not having you home. Oh, but I want you home. Good. Well, you'll have to deal with how to handle some disappointment tonight. And good, I want to give you so many experiences at handling disappointment that by the time you're an adult, you handle that emotion like a boss. You know how you'll get used to dealing with that emotion? By me giving you scenarios that disappoint you sometimes. And to love you through and to let you know it's okay. Go ahead. I'm not here to stop your disappointment. I'm here to teach you how to feel it, to teach you how to process it, and to let you know that even when you're in the midst of disappointment, it's okay. You're supposed to be there right now. But it's not for me to pull you out. You learn how to dig your way out of that emotion yourself, and so many other things. Now, as I said, I'm really excited about, obviously, my new brand, The Holly Effect. So many things will be happening. I've got new packages, online courses. I'll be doing some touring, so many things coming up. But you'll notice that every single one of my Facebook Live videos and any other video I do is now on my YouTube channel and also in the blog post. If you go to thehollyeffect.com and click on the blog, everything that I've done is all there in blog posts with the videos attached. Very short writing and, something that just kind of gives you a bit of a summary of the video and the videos. So if ever you want to go back and watch them, or, you want to send them to a friend, it's a whole lot easier now. I'll also be doing a whole series of 2 and 3 minute videos. So if you haven't already joined my Powerful Parenting Facebook group, make sure you do. So Facebook /groups.com/groups/powerful parenting. Make sure you join that, and please send in your questions. I've already got a couple that I'll be answering this week. I'm going to answer them in, it's like 2 to 3 minute quick videos, so that there's never an excuse for you not to listen to them. But I will be doing that this week. So any question you've got, how do I get my kid to eat better food? How do I get my kid to stay in bed? How do I teach my kids about stranger danger? When's the right time to talk about sex? Anything that you like, I'll offer my perspective on that. It doesn't mean I'm right. I'll just give you my perspective, and if it resonates with you, then you're probably aligned with the same truth that I am. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. Maybe we have different values on that regard. So that's it from me tonight. If you've only just joined, go back and watch the start of this video. You stay tuned for all the new announcements coming up. I've got podcasts that will be being launched soon. So many different things. A parenting book that I'm hoping, my plan is, not hoping, I don't like that word, but that my intentions is to get out before Christmas. So everything that I teach kind of all in a really easy to read short book, not some big fat novel that you kind of start and never finish. So many things happening. As I say, guys, don't ever leave here the same person you were when you got here. It takes courage. It takes courage to do what we've talked about tonight, to go, hang on, there's a purpose on my life that's so much bigger than just being a mum, that's so much bigger than just being a dad. And to go, to either go back and claim that, or to even go back and find what that is again. Okay, just remember, your kids don't need you at home as much as they need you to be their hero. So guys, as you depart from here tonight, depart from here with courage, the courage to believe in a better way, the courage to voice what you've got to say, the courage to thrive when times are tough, and above all else, the courage to know you are good enough. Good night, everyone. Hey there, Heath Harris. Hey, Lee.